What's up, y'all? It's your boy Karceno here, and welcome to my cooking show. No, as I'm preparing food in here for myself and my own nourishment, let's talk about some things here. We're going to talk about how to fix the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yes, I tear them down, but like I always say, I show you how to build these bums up. So let's talk about it. What's wrong with the Cleveland Cavaliers? Besides the fact that they suck. I told you they sucked before the season started. The NBA put them in the NBA Finals so that they could sell it, no matter how terrible the team was. And in the finals, oh well, it's only so long you can hide things. They showed that they suck. I didn't make them suck. LeBron James did, because he chose these players because they're his homeboy. Now, let's start with the process of elimination. Now, all these stupid shows that you see on television, such as ESPN, they want to lead you down the road of that there's a quick fix. Grabbing Paul George is the best thing that could happen in trading Kevin Love. Okay, let's visit that, shall we? Paul George, what is his strength? His strength is the fact that he can handle the ball, he can shoot the ball, he can drive to the basket, he can get fouled. Is rebounding one of his best fortes, boxing people out? No. Defensively, is he a great defensive guard? No. He's offense, offense, offense. And he is not somebody who likes to play fading out of the pitcher type role and assist and be a person that can not be the top guy. He's got to be the main guy, which LeBron doesn't have a problem with. But here's the thing with Paul George. He disappears in games. When he's off, he's off. And he's not somebody that's going to do the things necessary to say, hey, my game is off. My shot's not dropping. I'm just going to rebound. I'm going to get some assists. I'm going to play D. It's not what Paul George is going to do. Kevin Love will be battling on the boards. He does what he can playing in the offensive set that they have. Paul George is not a catch and shoot basketball player either. I mean, he has some games in which he can get on fire by doing so. But you're getting the same type of player, but a lesser version. So it's like you're not... what you think Kevin Love is a liability on defense, you want to get more athletic by getting Paul George, is going to hurt you even worse on offense. So having Paul George come to Cleveland is not the answer, because Kevin Love isn't the problem. Your problem is you have inconsistency at the shooting guard. You have Damon Sherbert on the team who don't need to be there. You got J.R. Smith who don't need to be there, but you guys have signed him to a ridiculous contract. So no one, I think, would even do a trade for him except for Cleveland. You have a lot of holes on the spot that need to be filled. Now, you don't need high-paying free agents. Okay? One of the main people that they need on the team, some people keep talking about Chris Paul. See, that's you got people like ESPN who put Dana White on there to talk about Cleveland and who they should pick up. Dana White, I saw. Sorry, something coming through. But Dana White, talking about the NBA, is like me sitting here talking to you about opera. It wouldn't make sense. It still don't make sense. Now, who are the guys that you feel that should be in this picture of top free agents that they would need? Forget all the veterans that are in their 30s and 40s. You don't need them. You don't need Chris Paul because Chris Paul is going to cost too much for what he'll provide. Okay? The person you guys really need to pick up is somebody you're trying to beat. You need to learn how to beat Golden State. You need to take something from Golden State. Ian Clark will be unavailable to you, so don't even go there, Rob. You need to pick up Livingston. You need to improve your bench. This is where your problem lies. You got too many bums on your bench. And you knew that going into the season. Should have known it now. I mean, it's quite obvious. Everybody knows you guys are bums. You can't hide it anymore. You guys are bums. Face reality. So now you got to deal with how do we stop from being bums? Well, got to get rid of that bench. That non-existent bench of yours. Now that Darren Williams gone, you guys are going to have to make a choice on Kyle Korver. And the choice should be Kyle Korver needs to be gone. He's not going to fit your system. He's going to continuously be a liability, not an asset like you think he's going to be. You need Sean Livingston. He had a one-year deal left on his contract, which he just served. So he should be a free agent right now. You should be trying to make every deal you can to get Livingston on your team. He tremendously improved your bench. He's a tall guard who can get his own shot. He can play defense. He can post up. He can do everything you need to have done on your team. Plus, he played for the team you're trying to beat in the NBA Finals. If the NBA is going to put you there, he's a very key, important asset who knows how the whole system runs over in Golden State. That's if you're smart. And that's what we're doing smart GMing right here. Now, a lot of people are saying go with Jody Meeks as shooting guard, as a starting shooting guard. I'm not really in agreement with that because Jody Meeks, he came from a very losing environment, and I'm just not sold on Jody Meeks. That's just not my thing. If you're gonna go Jody Meeks, you're basically getting the same type of production from a Luke Babbitt or somebody. I wouldn't go down that route. You want to go young, but you want to go somebody who you think has some experience that can get the job done. JJ Redick, I would not be looking at him, nor George Hill or any of those guys, because they're not going to have it down the stretch. Hayward's not going anywhere. I wouldn't, foresee that happening there. People forget Lowry's getting out of Toronto. He's definitely not coming back to Toronto. I can't see that happening anywhere in the future. It wouldn't even make sense to bring Kyle Lowry back. I don't think he wants to play with DeRozan no more, and who could blame him? Now, Serge Ibaka on your team would be good. I just think he'll be costly because you guys are so cap worn. I don't think you guys could afford Serge Ibaka. And Serge Ibaka is somebody you would need. Now, you guys need key people on your team, but the starters is not really your point. You need bench players. You need guys on that bench that can come off. You need the guy from, what's his name, from Denver. This for the forward. If you can get your hand on Gallinari, that's who you need. That's who you need. You see, Danilo Gallinari, even though he's been injured, I like him a lot better in the Cleveland system because he won't have what Cleveland's requiring for him at the small forward position. The thing is he's a legitimate four. He can attack closeouts. He's athletic, and he can shoot from the three. He hits almost 40% from the three. That's the type of player you need. That's the player they wanted Kevin Love to be. Kevin Love's just not that athletic. He's more a post player than he is a perimeter player, and you're taking him out of his strengths by taking him out of the paint, leaving him way out there on the wing. Where if you had Danilo Gallinari, that would work out a lot better for you. Now, if you want to get somebody on the bench who you think can come in and do well off the bench, you need Tony Snell. Tony Snell, he can start or you can have him on the bench. He's much better than sherbet ice cream ever going to be. You need Tony Snell. These players here turn your team around. LeBron can get rest. See, the Bulls were using Tony Snell wrong, and once he went to Milwaukee, he showed you what he could do. He could play defense, he can shoot the three, he can handle the rock, and make your team better. These are acquisitions right now that they can make. Forget Chris Paul, forget Carmelo Anthony, forget all of these names. My goodness. It's like we're playing the name game. It's like everybody name crazy now. It's like, my goodness. All of these people talking about this, talk about what actually can help the team get better. Because all these names are going to do is come in here and ruin everything for the Cavs. Carmelo Anthony for Kevin Love. Okay, that deal's done. Where's your rebounding going to come from? What's your clutch shooting going to come from? Carmelo Anthony's going to move the ball, or is he going to sit there for 15 seconds with the ball? So now you got, instead of 2 ball-dominant players, now you have 3. Way to go, Cleveland. But that kind of mentality can only come out of Cleveland. It doesn't make any basketball sense. What I say makes basketball sense of improving a team. Now, of course, you guys are stuck with Tristan Thompson because no idiot would ever pay you for him. J.R. Smith, you might be stuck with him because no idiot would ever pay you that amount of money for that bum. Now, you got Tony Snell might have to come off the bench, but you're looking at your future for your team. He's a guy you build around. Or if you look at, I see Milwaukee keeping Jason Terry, for all what he's done for his leadership for the team. They needed a veteran leader on the team, something that LeBron wouldn't allow Terry to do if he came to Cleveland. So it's a better fit for him in Milwaukee. But if Milwaukee want to do anything, they need to keep Tony Snell because he gives them the perimeter shooting that they need. Now, if Cleveland can steal him, I would be trying to do that if I was them. All the things that I put on the table today is for Cleveland to get better. And y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm finna go cook. Bye.